I guess I don't really remember life before Jesus, but I remember life when I wasn't following Jesus. I grew up in a Christian home, was raised in the church, but I'd say late junior high, early high school years, I kind of fell off a little bit. I was diagnosed with Lyme disease, and that was a huge struggle for me, and I just got involved in things that I shouldn't have been involved in. I would go out and party and I wouldn't really ever have fun, but I just felt like it's what I should be doing to distract myself. My first time at Elevate was one of my friend's baptisms, and I just remember everyone being so happy and welcoming and just seeing everyone so excited for the people getting baptized, and it just made me realize that Jesus is so evident here, and love for people is so evident too. One morning I was at Elevate and Pastor Brian was giving a sermon, and basically he was saying, you know, you can't just give 90% of your life to Jesus. You have to give all of it. You can't hold back friendships or relationships and want to follow in other ways. And at that time I was in a really unhealthy relationship, and I didn't have healthy friendships, and my self-confidence was really low. I decided that from that day on, that's when I really needed to make a change. After that sermon, I just began to take small steps into changing my life, and separated myself slightly from my friend group at first. And it was hard to separate myself from those friends because I realized, you know, as soon as I stopped drinking and partying, like, they didn't want to hang out with me anymore. And that really made me realize, like, they don't care about my well-being or my relationship with Jesus or how I'm doing mentally or internally. And that was just a huge eye-opener to me. And I guess after that, I just, you know, continued regularly going to church and started reading my Bible more and praying and searching, this is a big one, searching for people that lifted me up, because I hadn't had that before. I got connected in the church because I went to a circle, and I remember I walked in and everyone was just so welcoming and was just so happy that I was there, and that was just really refreshing because I'm like, wow, like, these people actually care about me. And having that group of people that could lead me to God, but also, you know, I could have fun with and talked to, that was awesome. So in high school, I really was adamant about becoming a veterinarian. I remember one day I went out to coffee with a leader at the church, and she was just asking me about just my personality and my strengths and my weaknesses and my passions about life. And I just remember after explaining all that to her, I'm like, you know, I love people, I love helping people, I love leading and speaking and all that stuff. And she just looked at me and she's like, are you sure you want to be a veterinarian? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. And so I remember coming home and I'm like, well, there's obviously a reason that got brought up, and so I started praying about it. And I remember after I prayed about it that night, my mom came into my room and she looked at me and she just out of the blue was like, are you sure you want to be a veterinarian? And I'm just like, no, not anymore. And so after that, I just remember praying and just kind of giving the decision to Jesus instead of to myself, which is what I hadn't done before. And he had just opened up doors, and next thing you know, I'm going to Hillsong College to pursue ministry and ultimately, hopefully, leading people to Jesus. One thing that I know about God that I didn't know before is that he's rooting for me. Seeing, you know, where he's brought me, it's just super awesome because, you know, he's rooting for me and he loves me, and he doesn't want us to be hurting or suffering, and, you know, that's something that I didn't really realize before. Now when I think about my future, what comes to mind is excitement. I'm so excited to see the plans that God has for me, because I know that they're big, and I'm excited for that because I'm just excited to touch lives and bring people to Jesus that, you know, may feel lonely or broken or hurting like I was, because, you know, if I deserve that transformation in life, so does everyone else. And I want to bring people to that and show them that there's so much more to life than your current situation.